Mr. President, I see and have read very excellent ideas on how you would like to overhaul the education system. However, we have a big challenge with the girl child education. Girl child retention in schools has been registered to be very, very low. And currently, just here in 2008, about 2 in every 10 girls finished their education. With your support and how you intend to overhaul the education system, how do you intend to make many girls finish their education? Thank you very much.
Education is at the core of our manifesto. Many Ugandans think the wealth of the nation is the fertile lands, the minerals, the oil. In the Democratic Party, we say the wealth of the nation is the people, and we must therefore add value to that human resource. Our education system is in need of major surgery. If I were to ask the audience here, how many of you know when Vasco da Gama crossed the Cape of Good Hope? All of you will raise your hands. If I asked, how many of you know when John Hanning's Peak came to Lake Victoria? You know. But if I ask you, how many of you can fix a Mitsubishi engine? You'll probably start looking at one another. If I asked, is there a plumber in here? So we have got young people who go through the education system. And when you ask them, what can you do? If they don't tell you anything, then they will say, I was trained to be a manager. In the Democratic Party, we believe that we should open up trade schools. People must have real skills. I am here, I'm a lawyer. I wear a suit and a tie almost every day. But I'm also a carpenter. Many of you didn't know that. I am also a cobbler. I can mend shoes. So it's important that we should learn to work with our hands. That's what has taken Japan forward. When you see a Japanese vehicle, don't think it is made in one factory. The door is made somewhere else. The engine is made somewhere else. The lights made somewhere else. I think that reform is essential. Now, concerning the girl child, fortunately, maybe apart from President Museveni, of all the other presidential candidates, I'm probably the only other person who has ever run anything. I'm not just pursuing an ambition, but I'm bringing a solid record of achievement. When I took over as chairman of Gulu District, I found that the dropout rate of girls is alarming. In fact, 47% of the girls were not finishing primary school. And we investigated and we found that when they reach puberty, you know, with these menstrual cycles, the girls start dropping out. So we came and spoke to a church here, the Watoto Church. We spoke to Professor Musazi, and I invited them to Gulu. I gave them a facility, and I told them, can you start making sanitary pads here for our girls? Then I went and spoke to the UN. They said, can you buy this as your contribution instead of holding endless seminars in Gulu on all sorts of topics? We have now found that the dropout rate of girls in Gulu district has gone down tremendously. So little things like that. So all that we need in a leader is a leader who moves around with their eyes wide open and seeing the real problems. We also propose to make books from Uganda. Textbooks are the most expensive things in Uganda. Just go and ask for the price of a textbook. In India, the average cost of a textbook is like 2,000 Ugandan shillings. And these are books they will ask you to pay 20,000 for. If we start making our books here, the cost of education will come down.